There's absolutely no way you can tell me that VDM does not have God backing. It is impossible. And I'll break it down real quick. What is going on with Michi is just one angle of what the problem is. A lot of us are just like Michi, but we are not just the victim right now, so we don't yet know that we are in this space. There's something called intoxication, because from what Michi has displayed, we can see that Michi is extremely intoxicated with power, to the point that she has a level of income and power that she cannot handle. Now, she was growing externally, but she wasn't growing internally. And the thing is, you need a stronger internal foundation to handle external. I don't know who raised VDM, and I don't know how they did it, but I can tell you for free, there are not up to 3 men in the world, in the secular world, not Christian, in the secular world, there are not up to 3 men that I know, whether online or offline, that have beaten the love of money. Do you know what it means to beat your chest and say, the love of money has no hold over me? Bible says, for money answereth all things. It says the root of all evil is money. It doesn't mean that money is evil. It's that money only reveals who you are. Because money in the hands of VDM, he's doing good with it. Money in the hands of many philanthropists, they do good with it. So money in the hands of a bandit, they do evil with it. So money is not the problem. It is the people that use money that are the problem, because money only now reveals who you are. Now, you see, when we were growing up, they used to put a lot of rated things on when we were watching movies. For example, when we were growing up, if you wanted to watch movies like Spartacus, you see they write 18 plus, because they believe that, oh, your frontal lobe should have been developed enough to know whether you should practice this or whatever. But you see, the problem is there was never really any age rating or whatever on social media. You think that because you are 14 or you are 13 and social media looks okay, it's free, that there should not be any age restriction to it. Social media is designed by the powers that be behind the scene to keep you glued to your screen. But the problem is not you being glued to your screen. The problem is, what are you being glued to? When you take alcohol, right? When you take alcohol and you drink, let's say you take a vodka. Let's say this is a bottle of vodka. Stay with me now. This is a bottle of vodka. And you take it, you drink half straight. Just take vodka straight. And your friends are like, no, Tomide, stop. Tomide, don't stop drinking like that. Now, do you want to pass out? Do you want to kill yourself? And I say, no. I don't want to get drunk. I like the way it tastes. Whether you choose to want to get drunk or not is not the question. Your choice is to drink that bottle. But the outcome of your choice, you don't have control over. You will get drunk with your permission or without your permission. So you have a choice. You can choose. But you don't have the power to determine the outcome of your choice. There's no human being that has that power. Michi had a choice and she chose to do what she did. But the power to determine the outcome is the backlash. She had no control over that. In another realm or another Milky Way or another galaxy, another VDM could have said, I will ignore you. But this time you chose not to ignore. So you don't control the outcome of your choice. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. But here's the problem. Even Michi did not know she was power drunk. You see, a lot of us at age 17, 18, 19 got into money early, but there was no mentorship. There's no accountability. There's nobody that we really answer to. And the people that we think that we answer to, they are going to cowardly not correct us with sternness because they are scared that you are their source of income. For example, if I have people in my life that I send money home to, they should not be scared of reprimanding me with a stern voice. But the reason why they will not correct you properly, it boils down to you. Because they know that you will not take proper criticism, constructive criticism. They feel like, oh, you might misbehave. And the thing is, you give it away without you knowing. For example, I have like 4 to 5 people in my life. That video I posted yesterday, my popsy don't call me already. There was one I posted one time. He told me where I missed. He said, this is not okay. He balanced it for me. And I said, yes, sir, this is true. Okay, yeah. Some I didn't understand. I said, yes, sir, I agree, no problem. I would correct it. And I did. What I'm bringing out is, if you are not careful, Social media and popularity, fame is power. You see, because attention is a new currency and you are making money, so it makes you independent. Your independency sends a signal to your brain that makes you think that you are better than every other person. There are 3 compartments of a human being. There's your tangible asset, which is your weakest asset, which is your eyes, your nose, your mouth. Any asset or your body that people can see is your weakest asset. So Michi, your banging body is your weakest asset. Let me tell you the truth. I care about you, but I want to tell you the truth. Your banging body, your stature, what you look like, that thing that makes men go, wow, it is your weakest asset. My looks, my body, my anything, very dark man's body, his 6 packs, his outer layer, it is his weakest asset. How many of you, when you want to brag about VDM, say, look at his body? No, it's never, because that's your weakest asset. It's not something you brag about, because anybody can achieve that. It's easy to get that. It's something that, I've seen broad-chested fools. I've seen 6 foot tall, useless people. There was a time armed robbers came to our house back then in Shagam, when I was in Shagam. One of the armed robbers, I remember I saw his face. He was dark skinned. He had Obama hairstyle on. He was good looking. That day, with the experience of someone else I respect, was the period that I said, you see, being a handsome person, it has no value. Because if an armed robber can be handsome, he was good looking, he was even finer than me. I said, he was finer. So being fine is your weakest asset. Any fool can be fine. Any fool can be handsome. Good. Now, the second layer is your intangible asset, which is the one inside your body, your liver, your kidney. Now, that is the one that gets you drunk from alcohol. You get your stomach, your rib cage, your trapezius muscles, your femur, your scapula. All of those are your weakest. They're like the other layer, intangible, but they are very vital. Now, without your heart, we don't see it, you cannot live. Without your lungs, if you take it out, you can't survive. Without your kidneys, you can't survive. You can survive with 1, barely, but 2, you can't. So those are still part of your assets, but they are not your most important assets. Your most important assets are the ones that are unseen, but they are tangible. For example, the strength of your character, the weight of your reasoning. Now, one of the reasons why very dark man brags, go and check all his brags, it is the strength of his character. Because you see, you can get drunk with your kidney, but what they don't teach us is that you can actually get drunk from your unseen and tangible asset, which is the strength of your character. So when you have excess money, if you are not careful, it can override your unseen assets and make you think that you are better, or make you think that you have arrived, or worse, you would not even know that your behavior is constituting nuisance value. Now, what is nuisance value? The ability for somebody's behavior to contribute to the retrogression, to the underdevelopment of the society. For example, what do you mean you are coming to take hypo on life? That's irritation of society. That's nuisance value. You are constituting nuisance online. I mean, some people take it as a joke, but I don't. There are genuine people with that condition. There are genuine people that are depressed. You don't use that type of thing to play, because I know it's not real. Now, you've considered that nuisance value. Very dark man replicated, of course, to mock you. Now, the problem now is the strength of your character should have shown in this period. But because you only grew in 2 compartments, which was your internal and your external, but you never grew with your most important asset, the strength of your character revealed when pressure was applied. Look at the strength of your character. Look at the way you've been behaving. I told you there's no shame in defeat. You could not just apologize and let it end there. You want Nigerians to remember you for the good you have done. That's gaslighting. That's not the case here. We know that you have done certain good. Your motive is between you and God, like I said, but you should not gaslight us. You have to take accountability. You don't mess up. You that you're watching me, be careful. As you are growing in your social media space, be careful to have people that you are accountable to. Have people that when you want to post your stuff in the public spectrum, that they can call you to order. If I post anything, there are like 10 people that if they see it and it's something that is irrational, they will call me on my phone. Tomide, take that thing. They will not even say, take that thing down. Now, oh yeah, fast. I have my manager, I have my friends, call friends, I have my pastor, I have people around me, I have mentors. These are people that it is not monetary value. It is just to keep myself from entering problem, because you are a human being. You will misbehave. You will misbehave. So in essence, what am I trying to say? You can get power drunk with money, with fame. I can't count. See, there are few pastors on earth that have broken that chain of love of money. There are many governors and presidents that when they are going into power, genuinely, they actually want to do good. But you see, when the weight of pressure of money comes, Bible says the alluring of riches. The alluring of riches. Can you handle it? Do you know how many BBL girls are out there? Enough money to fund your carelessness. Kaya Basanta. You know, I don't think you don't understand this. So some of you are not saying that but very dark man goes to sleep with all these women, he does this with this woman, it's not worthy of emulation. Yes, I agree. He has his shortcomings. But there are things worthy of emulation. At least, if you can conquer the love of money, I can tell you for free, your conscience towards Yahoo will stop. Because the idea of his love for money is that I don't want to hurt people, and people deserve a good life from the government. So that emulation will stop Yahoo, which will increase what? The productivity of the society. It will help the environment. It will bring gratitude from the society. So, love of money, I will sell my body on the road as a lady. So, if I can at least emulate that part of him, I've already solved 99% of my problem unknowingly. Right? Now, number two, when you now say that, but the way he goes about it, I also don't agree with the way he goes about a lot of things. But you cannot tell me, they're not up to 3 men that can do what this guy has done. See, I'm going to say this and end with this. That Lekki Tollgate protest is nothing compared to what VDM has done in terms of fighting the government, like opposing them. Hold on, I'm not gaslighting. Some of my friends were there. So believe me when I say this, relax. Don't let your emotion get over it. Hold on, I'm getting somewhere. You see, the number of people that were at Lekki Tollgate were not up to 100,000. But if you look at the millions of people that have wrapped their hope around VDM, and he has proven it again and again and again and again. He has thumbprinted his love of money, the absence of it in his heart. He is gradually thumbprinting it into the hearts of these youths. He is going against the wave of the government. He has done and carried the backs of millions on his shoulder, did it on a social media spectrum, opposing them at a different level, unprecedented, to the point that the government cannot do some things and just mujesara anymore. Because each day that comes by, he gets more powerful. He gets more powerful. He gets more powerful. And the power is not as if he's getting more physical strength. It's that the strength of his character keeps increasing. And I can tell you one thing for free. It is rare in the condition of a human being for the love of money to be absent. And if very dark man wants to be a billionaire today, he can. Are you not seeing the views? Do you know how many businesses will be begging to do advert with him? We're talking about a person that bribery can come in the billions. And he could take it and keep his mouth shut. But he has chosen not to. And one of the reasons why we think he's not doing a lot of work is because he has defeated the idea that has been curated in the minds of people behind the scene, to think that when you do philanthropy, it has to be on social media. There are many things he's doing behind the scene that he doesn't need to post. He doesn't need to weaponize the poverty that is out there. So in essence, what I'm saying is, when you look at the strategy of what he's doing and the ways he has opposed the government, talking about the consistency, talking about the way he has solved many solutions. There's one issue here we call the CP in that state, one issue here we call the CP in that state. And looking at the way Nigeria is structured, how we mounted to the streets and some of us barely survived the onslaught that happened in Lekki Tollgate. My guy, you cannot tell me that there's not a supernatural being protecting this guy. It is impossible. You know, fit tell me. It is illogical. It makes no sense. And I'll tell you something, just like Gamaliel told the Pharisees. Gamaliel is the Sadducee, the one that taught Paul. If it is God, you cannot do anything to stop it. You can be angry, but you can't stop it. Like I said, I'm not a rattle, but I love VDM and I love what he stands for. I don't agree with all of his dealings, but if you throw away emotions and you look at the trajectory of what he's fighting for, he is truly the last piece of hope for the people.